Hello and welcome to the Maharashtra State Board of Secondary and Higher Secondary Education, Pune, where the students of class 12th have shortly received the format of the activity sheet. I am Mr. Praveen Mule, the member from the Board of Studies, State Board, Pune, and also in charge Vice Principal of the BYK College of Commerce, Nasik. Welcome once again, one and all. As already notified earlier, there are some topics which are not in the portion, which are supposed to be not studied by the students of class 12th as far as English subject is concerned. So here we have four topics which are not in the portion only for this year. There are two lessons from the prose section and two poems from the poetry section. 1.5, that is the new dress. 1.7, why we travel. These two lessons are not for study. They are not in the portion, so students will not study this. And again, two poems, 2.7 and 2.8, they are not in the portion. She walks in beauty in small towns and rivers, which students will, of course, not study. We also know that the textbook, that is, the English textbook, is divided into four sections: the prose, poetry, writing skills, the novel, and novel as a genre. And the activity sheet, which is given for 80 marks, and the marks with options are 112. So the largest number of marks are allotted for the prose section. Then the poetry section has 14 marks, writing skills are 16, and with options there are 48. So this is only the area where you have options at the writing skills place, that is the third section, and novel for 16 marks. So we are going to see all the details one by one. Let us move to the first section, that is the prose. The prose section is titled as the reading for comprehension, language study, summary writing, and mind mapping. So these two are writing skills here, but especially in the prose section. Let us see the objectives. Why do we actually have, or what actually we have in this activity sheet? That is the question paper, what we call as, and actually in English and languages we call as activity sheet. We test students in different skills. We test students in section 1 as far as prose is concerned in reading activities, especially skimming and scanning. Skimming is just reading it very fast, and scanning is going into the details of the text that you actually read. Then we test the thinking skills. The thinking skills are further divided into lots, that is lower order thinking skills, and also we have mots, that is middle order thinking skills, and we have hots, higher order thinking skills. So all these thinking skills, which we call as creativity, and then further it is called as constructivism, and all these skills are tested in prose section. And therefore we have students the text which helps them to remember, to understand, to apply, to analyze, to evaluate, and to create new things, and which are nothing but the hots, which are the higher order thinking skills. So thinking is made more effective in this section, prose section, and therefore this area has such activities for 34 marks. We'll see the details. As far as the title is concerned, this section it consists of comprehension passage. It has language study. Language study is divided into three categories. Language study means grammar. It means vocabulary, and it means different type of activities on grammar. So let us start to the first question. Question first A, is titled the read the extract and complete the activities given below. It is for 12 marks. And we see that there are so many activities in this question. So first of all, a scene extract will be given from the prose section, and then you will have to solve or write the activities in all this A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. Each activity is for 2 marks. Right, starting from the global understanding type of activity, then the complex factual, inference, interpretation, analysis. Then we have personal response. Then we have language study, vocabulary. Now all these type of activities are for 2 marks. And we are going to go into details of each one. What is actually this? What is global? What is complex? And once you understand this, I think it is certainly going to help you to write the answer or complete the activity properly. Let us call each one as an activity and not as a question, because as it is called as an activity sheet, we have activities and slightly different in the last question of the activity sheet, which is slightly different. So question 1A is for 12 marks total. One by one we'll see. As far as the activity on global understanding is concerned, there will be many activities which will be based on all this. Now what is global understanding? Global understanding is understanding of the whole passage, whole extract from the textbook, which means it expects a message from you or it may expect a theme or it may expect a gist. Gist is the central idea. And the activities based on this can be true or false activities, correct the statements, correct the reasons, complete the following, fill in the blank, sequencing, etc. And there can be many other such activities which are based on the overall understanding of the extract. Complex factual type of activity, which means that the facts in the whole passage are scattered in the extract. They are scattered. You have to find out, maybe they will ask you to sequence and many other things. Now this complex factual activity can be based on a web diagram, web chart or flow chart, complete the table, match the pairs or match anything that is required, complete the sentences or statements or complete the following. And maybe they will ask you to select alternative statements, alternatives which are based on the facts in the complex factual type of question and which are scattered in the whole passage, which is for 2 marks. Now activities on 2 marks are to be written in the answer sheet as expected. For example, if there is a web chart, if there is a flow chart, if there is complete the table, students will have to completely draw the table or the flow chart and all the things that are given, and just don't write only the answers. So complete the whole thing that is given in the question paper. So not only words are expected, but the whole charts, diagrams are supposed to be drawn by the students in the activity sheet. The third type of activity in question number 1A is inference type or interpretation type or analysis type. Now what is all this? Let's one by one we'll see. Inference is drawing an inference from whatever is given. That is deduce, guess, infer, understanding, guessing the meaning, or to take out the meaning according to the text. Now as far as inferential type of activity is concerned, it is nothing but you have to understand and draw something out of the given text. Inference. Interpret. By interpretation we means we have to understand or come to know after reading that particular activity. Once you read it, you have to interpret the idea by your own and what actually you have understood as far as the meaning of that particular activity is concerned. Analyze or analysis. Now the details study from all angles of the passage. Maybe you have to divide it into parts or you have to dissect the parts. Again, this particular activity can be asked in the form of a web or a flow chart, or complete the table, match the pairs, etc., etc. Let us move forward. The personal response, this is a very famous type of questions where you have to express your own views, opinions, ideas, similar situations by imagining a particular idea in your own mind and putting responses, putting your own opinion, ideas about the same in your own words, in your own sentences. So this is also for 2 marks. See all this. Maybe this activity will be based on your self experience, same type of experience which you have already experienced, but it's a parallel one. Expressing views, opinions, ideas, reaction, response. I agree or do you disagree to certain things. Maybe they'll ask you to put your own suggestions, your solutions. Maybe they'll ask you to put your own remedy, measures, steps, draw conclusions, give reason, influence, impact, effect, comment, criticize, etc. So there are so many types of activities that can be asked. Now this particular topic or this particular activity in the personal response will wholly depend on the original title or original subject of the passage or subject of the original passage. A5 is language study. It's for 2 marks. Now here we have textual grammar extract, which is from the textbook, which is from the scene passage. 2 activities for 1 mark each. Now this can be based on do as director or transformation. So they'll ask you to change the sentence from the point of view of the paper setter. Vocabulary, 2 activities for 1 mark. There are so many types of activities here. They can ask you a word registered, maybe a concept from the whole passage, a word for many words, meaning a crossword puzzle, word puzzle, riddle, fill in the blanks, find a word from the passage which means something, match the pairs, for example. Maybe it can be word meaning or synonym, antonyms, or word formation, etc. So vocabulary, testing vocabulary. So the whole thing, B part, the whole thing ends here after the B part. That is a question 1A and B, which is language study and which is not from the passage and which is not from the text. It is non-textual grammar for 4 marks, where do as directed and transformation of sentence is asked in the B1 part. So they may give you 3 sentences to change any of the do as directed activity. This is also activity based. And spot the error. Now while spotting the error, you have to, maybe they'll ask you to correct the sentence, find the error in the sentence, find error in the punctuation, find jumbled sentences or identify the correct sentence. There can be any error in the sentence and they will ask you to spot the error. So it is for 1 mark. And in this way, question 1A plus B, that is 12 plus 4, we have for 16 marks. Let us move on to the second question of the prose section, section 1 prose. Now this particular question is for 18 marks in all, but question 2A, we have an unseen passage. The type of questions are the same, and question 1A is an unseen passage, which is all for 12 marks, 2 marks each, and we have just discussed the types of activities from A1 to A6, which are same as question 1A and same here in the question 2A. So I think there is no need of discussion here. So you all have understood this. We'll move on to the B part, that is summary writing. Now we are going to have special sessions on writing skills after this. So the details of all the sections, all the questions will be explained in details after this sessions. Summary writing for 3 marks. The question will be in this way. Write a summary of the above extract with a suitable title with the help of the given points, hints, etc. So you have to write the summary of the same passage which is given in question 2A, and some hints will be given to you with the help of which you will be able to write the summary appropriately. This thing we have new this year, mind mapping, which is for 3 marks, and we are also going to have a separate session on this, and in writing skill session this will be explained in details. The question will be in this way: develop a mind mapping frame or a design using your ideas, thoughts, concepts to illustrate, develop on a given topic. Just see here, no hints will be given, and as it is a expectation right from your mind, right from your heart, and the question itself is titled as mind mapping, so no hints, no points are given for this. It is for 3 marks. In this way, question 2A plus B plus C, 12 plus 3 plus 3, we have question 2 complete for 18 marks. In this way, this is the end of section 1. Question 2B, let us see the scheme of marking, how marks are given. For unseen passage, we have a summary. For the unseen passage, we have 3 marks, and see the distribution of these 3 marks is this. If all points are covered, 1 mark. Language and vocabulary has 1 mark, and grammar overall used by the student has 1 mark. In this way, 3 marks. Scheme of marking for mind mapping, the logical flow of ideas and thoughts and concepts in mind mapping by the student gives them 2 marks. The presentation of all the flow of ideas and presentation in an appropriate way has 1 mark. In this way, the 3 marks are given. So this is the marking scheme, and now we move on to the second section, that is poetry for 14 marks. Here we have 2 types of questions. Poetry and appreciation is the title of the section. And the question is question 3A. Read the extract and complete the activities given below. A scene poem extract will be given from the poetry section for 10 marks. And we have a poem, any poem from the textbook for 10 to 15 lines. And we have this set of questions based on the poem. Again, we have global understanding, inference, personal response, poetic device, and creativity. So we are going to have a separate session on creativity and poetic devices. So, and especially poem, we have a separate session on poem. At that particular session, all these details will be covered. 10 marks we have for scene poem. Let us move on to question 3B, and which is nothing but appreciation. For appreciation, a different poem will be asked, not the same poem. So the first poem will cover the activities, and this particular poem will cover the appreciation. So 2 poems are the must in each question paper. The question will be like this: read the extract and write as per the given instructions. So any scene extract of a poem will be given from which is another poem and not asked in the question 3A part. And you have to write the appreciation. The points will not be given for appreciation because every poem has a different set of points or expectations for a certain appreciation, and therefore this is the reader's own vision of appreciating the poem and the poetry. So question 3A plus B is 10 plus 4 is 14 marks, and this is the end of section 2. Let us move on to the third section, let us cover the scheme of marking for both appreciation. For appropriateness of theme and language used in the appreciation, 2 marks. Explanation, presentation, 1 mark. Personal opinion and evaluation, 1 mark. And in this way, we have the 4 marks for appreciation. Moving to the third section, that is writing skills, which is very, very important. Now, if I ask you the question, how many writing skills we have for 12th standard, 12th class? So, these are already discussed. These are actually writing skills, but still we have different set of writing skills in the fourth section. Apart from summary, writing, mind mapping, and appreciation, we have so many type of writing skills. The first 3 are totally new, so they are given in bold. Drafting virtual messages, statement of purpose, that is SOP, group discussion, that is GD, and apart from this, we have email, report writing, interview, speech writing, comparing, expansion of ideas, review, blog, and appeal. Now, how will this particular question appear in the examination? So, see the different sets of combinations of writing skills asked in different questions. So, section 3 writing skills, 16 marks. The question will be like this: complete the activities as per the instructions given below, 16 marks. In A part, we have set of three writing skills: drafting virtual messages, SOP, that is statement of purpose, and group discussion. We have email, report, interview in the B part. We have speech, comparing, expansion of ideas in the C part. And in the D part, we have review, blog, and appeal. Now, in all these 4 sets, student has to write only 1 in each set for 4 marks. So it becomes a great challenge, because the questions which will, or the activities, we call it activities based on writing skills, which will not be so easy for the student to choose, because though the question seems very simple, writing on it becomes difficult, and unless and until the student has good confidence in each of the writing skill, presentation and performance part becomes very difficult. So note for the paper setters is they will frame activities on all the 3 sets in each, and students are required to attempt only any one activity from each set. It is already told. So question 4, A plus B plus C plus D, each having 4 marks, is 16 marks. So this is the writing skill section. We are going to have a special session on different sets of writing skills in our 16 English subject lectures. So this is going to be a very plus point, because these 16 marks are very, very important, not only from this HSC examination point of view, but from the future aspects of the students, where many students will have such business communication type of writing skills in their senior college syllabus. Let us see the scheme of marking of each and every writing skill. See the first set, that is question 4A, where we have drafting virtual messages. This is the scheme of marking. For the content, we have 2 marks, sequence or the flow of ideas, 1 mark, and appropriateness, that is the use of language, 1 mark, that is 4 marks. Or we have statement of purpose, which has the same writing, same scheme of marking. And again, for the third one, group discussion, we have again the same set of scheme of marking, 211, 211, 211, each has 4 marks. This is question 4A. Let us see the B part, question 4B, where we have email. For email, we have content, 2 marks, use of proper format, 1 mark, overall presentation of the email as per the format, 1 mark, and that is 4 marks. Or we have report writing. Again, the content is very important. Accuracy of language is also important, 1 mark, and appropriateness. How appropriate is the report? Maybe appropriateness also expects the beginning, the middle, and the end. How appropriately it is written, or we have interview type of question where you have to write questions, appropriate framing of questions, language and style, and overall impression. That is for 4 marks. Now this, how will be the actual question on interview, and how will be the style of writing, and what is the exact expectation, this we are going to discuss in a separate session. So here you need not worry, this here we are discussing only the format of the question paper, that is the activity sheet. So this is just an overall idea which will give you, which will help you to understand what is exactly the 80 marks paper for the board. Question 4C, we have speech. Speech we have 4 marks. Again, logical sequence of ideas in speech, introduction and conclusion, 1 mark. Comparing, how you the question will be again discussed in the different session, separate session. Connecting events, impressive introduction, summing up, these are 4 marks. Again, we have expansion of ideas for 4 marks. How actually do you expand an idea, a concept, or a statement, or a proverb, whatever. Proper introduction, 1 mark. Conclusion, 1 mark. Then D part, we have review, presentation of the theme, storyline, etc. Now this review can be about any review. It can be about a small story. It can be about a small documentary film. It can be about any film. It can be about any book. It can be about any event, any program, any function, etc. A review can be written on anything that has taken place. It can be a book, it can be a film, it can be a small documentary film, it can be a magazine, it can be anything that can be asked. So I think this also will be covered in a separate session. Or blog writing, main content, header, menu, navigation bar, 1 mark, and the footer has 1 mark. So these are also going to get covered in the separate session. Appeal is a type of advertisement which will be discussed in a separate session. The presentation of content, 2 marks, convincing language, 1 mark, and inspiring and motivational message at the last, 1 mark. Now, one thing you must have noticed that all these writing skills have a scheme of marking in the same manner, same fashion, 211, 211, 211. So 4 marks are covered in this way. So this is especially very useful for the paper setters to give you marks in a particular order. Last section, section number 4, literary genre, it can be pronounced as genre or genre. For 16 marks, you know that the last section of your textbook has different pieces of novels, small extracts, and therefore we have question 5A, B, C, and D for 16 marks. Each section, for each question for 4 marks. So question 5A has activities given based on 4.1 in your textbook. So activities on history of English novel, activities on history of English novel, again 2 marks, 2 different questions for 4 marks, and these activities will be framed or based on multiple choice type of questions. Again, here we have activities only. This is the only one question 5A, which is activity based. Others are a different type of question which I am going to shortly tell you. First of all, let us discuss this, that these are the activities which are framed on multiple choice questions, match the columns, chronological order, fill in the blanks, true false, elements of novel. So this is can be said as an activity based type of question. This is for paper setters, that the no activities will be repeated again and again, one activity at one place. Now especially this question 5A will be covered or will be based on 4.1 only, 4.1. That is the novel part, history of novel part. Then question 5b. From question 5b, question 5c, question 5d, here we have all memory based questions where you have no activities at all, and this part has to be understood by you, well read by you, understood, and then interpreted by you by remembering those parts actually from the novels. So these are memory based. You have to remember them and then write the answers. So questions to be framed on elements such as plot, structure, theme, setting, language, character. So we are going to deal this section in different lectures in the expert lecture series. So you need not worry. So in the textbook, we have very well explained what is plot, what is structure, theme, setting, language. So questions based on all this will be here. The questions can start in this way. They'll ask you to describe something, explain something, compare something, contrast, name, discuss. So anything can be asked depending on the 4.2. So question 5b is based on 4.2. In the second question, they will ask you to illustrate something, interpret, narrate, justify, find something or identify something for 2 marks. And all these activities in question 5b are based on or should be framed on 4.2. In the C part, the same thing. Again, the questions will be framed on plot, structure, theme, setting, language, etc. And the same type of questions will be asked, but the questions will never be repeated. So somewhere if they have asked describe, again they will not ask you to describe something. And question 5c is based on 4.3 of your fourth section, 4.3. In the same way, the D part is based on 4.4. The type of questions in B, C, and D are same, but they are based on different novels. So each and every novel has to be properly the part of novel. The extract in the last part has to be properly read by the student. And question 5 therefore has A, B, C, D, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. We have 16 marks, and in this way we have this 80 marks activity sheet with 112 marks as options. So where are the options? Only in the writing skills. So we have just seen, I am repeating this slide because again you will come to know that we have 34 plus 14 plus 16 plus 16, and with options we have 48 marks at the writing skills place where you have options, none at any other place. Now, these are the type of questions. We have some objective type, we have short answer type, long answer type, and therefore this is the percentage of objective type of questions, short answer and long answer. So long answer we have 26 marks, short answer we have 36, and objective type of questions are for 18 marks. Again, the paper will be set as per the difficulty level. Very simple type of questions are low level, simple type, 26 marks. Medium, which not all but maximum students will be able to attempt those questions. Medium type of question, 36 marks. And high level for special students who are really hard working. They work hard throughout the year. They know what is expected in the English activity sheet, in the English question paper at the HSC board examination, and these 18 marks will be received or they will be got by the students who know how to present the answers in an appropriate way. So this expert lecture series by BYK College of Commerce is for all the students, especially those students who work very hard and they really expect something from the college teachers, and their hard work is always appreciated by the students, and we also appreciate the students because really there are some students who are extraordinary and they always keep a balance between what is required, what is expected, and what the teachers tell them to work on. So thank you very much. This is my email, mobile number. If you have any queries regarding this particular session, we'll be very pleased to know your queries. And we are going to keep 2 to 3 days for doubts and queries from the students. And when the WhatsApp groups will be open for the doubts and queries for the students, and in the same way, we are going to keep 1 day or 2 days for each subject. Thank you. Thank you very much.